What's good with y'all? For this ambidextrous drawing video, I'm gonna be drawing a bunch of abstract wildlife with both of my hands. The first animal I started off with, I drew out the face of a gorilla. I ended up finding that I tried to make his face look extra rounded, and I wanted it to seem like it was coming right off of the page. I also tried to find a nice baseline in between the red and the blue, that way it seemed like it was truly a balance. Once his face was drawn out for the most part, I started working on more towards the back of his head, and just shaping out the top part of his torso area. I wanted to keep my lines a lot more loose and keep everything having that scribbly-like feel. The next animal I jumped to that y'all ended up naming was the face of a cheetah too. It's so wild because, these ones aren't as focused as some of my regional ones, but I thought it was cool to just have that contrast in between the animals. Seeing all these animals side by side, it really makes you recognize how crazy nature is. The next animal I jumped to drawing out was the side profile of a lion also. I had already been on the theme of just drawing big cats and just wildlife in general. I felt like I might as well. It had also come up a couple of times. There had been quite a few of you all that asked for it. I didn't do a full body though, but I drew it to where you could recognize that it was still walking. I later went through and I drew out a monarch butterfly. I intended for this one to have a different look, as I wanted for it to seem like it was a lot more scratchy and make the blue a lot more defined and sharp. But just so it wasn't standing in the middle of the void, I gave it a small surface to be standing on. Another animal that randomly came up was the face of a giraffe too. It had been something I promised way earlier in the live stream. I drew it more in the upper right corner right next to the cheetah. Here's for the red lens, and now for the blue. Let me know what y'all think about this one down below, and if you're interested in seeing more, don't forget to like and follow, and I will see you on the next one.